Hello, good morning. Today I am going to start cell, the basic unit of life. So here first we introduce and give the introduction about the cell. We observed as observed by Lamarck 1809 1809 Lamarck nobody can have life if its constituent parts are not formed of cells. Cell theory further elaborated the role of cells. According to cell theory, all organisms are formed of cells and that new cells develops from pre-existing ones. So a study of forms, structures and composition of cell is called the cytology. The branch of biology that deals with various aspects of structures, chemistry, development, genetics, and functioning of cell is called the cell biology. In cell biology, scientists study fundamental processes that are common to all cells and are a kind of studying various life processes. Cell biology is therefore a unifying. Now, cell is a basic unit of life as no living organism can have life without being cellular because cell is a unit of both its structure and functions. Cell is the unit of both structural and function. All life being as a single cell, a number of organisms are made up of single cell, so they are called unicellular or acellular. That is, organism made up of a single cell. Single cells. They are called unicellular or acellular. For example, bacteria, yeast, acetabularia, and chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas, etc. are unicellular organisms. A single cell is exists the two different functions for capable of independent existence independent existence and second able to perform all the essential functions of life. Anything less than a complete cell can neither lead an independent existence not perform all the functions of life. A multicellular organism is made up of many cells. Made up of many cells. A higher animals or plants contain billions of cells. For example, A newly born child has 2 into 10 to the power 12 cells. The number increases to 100 trillions, like number increases to 100 trillions. That means 100 into 10 to the power 12, or 10 to the power 14 cells in the body of 60 kg human beings. 60 kg human beings. About 25% of them are found in blood. A drop of blood contains several million cells. The large-sized organisms do not have large-sized cells. Instead, they possess a higher number of cells. In multicellular organisms, cells are known as building block of body. In multicellular organism, cells is known as building block of body. Building block of the body, or basic unit of body structures, or basic unit of body structures. So these are the main formations of cells. Cells are grouped into tissues into organs, and organ into organ systems. So occurrence of different types of tissues, organ and organ system results in division of labor, or performance of different functions of the body by specialized structures. So cells are not only the building block of the organism, they are also known as the fundamental unit of life. Cell is not only the fundamental mental unit, but it is known as the functional unit of life. Life passes from one generation to the next in the form of the cell. The activities of an organism are actually the sum total of activities of the cell. What do you mean to say sum total activities of the cell? That means कि entire body functions and structures is totally depends upon the cell. The activities of an organism are actually the sum total of activities of its cells. Each cell of the body possesses the same genetic informations. Through mature cells may become specialized to perform specific functions. A new cell always develops by division of a pre-existing cell. Cell doesn't exist at present. It exists from their pre-existing cells. Cells are totipotent, that is, a single cell has the ability to form the whole organism. Internally, each cell is building up of several organelles. The organelles perform different functions, just like the ones present in miniatures form in each and every cell of its body. Thus, cell is the basic unit of life and a structural and functional unit of an organism. It is the smallest unit capable of independent existence and performing the essential function of the life. So, cell is known as the basic unit of life. Now discuss the cell theory. The cell theory was jointly before discussion of the cell theory, first we see the structures of electron microscopic structures and how electrons and cell is discovered here. So first of all, Robert Hooke discovered the cell in the form of the compartment, and after development Robert Brown come the and developed the nucleus. J. E. Purkinje also developed the protoplasm. J. E. Purkinje developed the protoplasm. Robert Brown developed the nucleus, and Robert Hooke developed the cell. So, after inventions of microscopes, ultra microscopes both by the Lull and Ruska, they also see the structures under the and observe the cell under the electron microscopes, and this structure of cell is also known as the ultra microscopic structure of cell. So a typical cell is under observed the compound microscopes which is made by the Leeuwenhoek. So after developments of the electron microscope, the cell structures observed under them before observations and distinguish their organelles. First of all, two scientists come in this field and study about cell and propose their hypothesis and formulated their hypothesis, and this is known as cell theory. So here the cell theory jointly put forwarded by Sleeden and Swan in 1839 by Sleeden and Swan in their paper Microscope Investigations on the Similarities of Structures and Growth in Animal and Plants. Cell theory states that the bodies of all organisms are made up of their cell and cell products. All living organisms are composed of cells and their products. Formulations of cell theory, and after formulations there are some fundamental features of cell theories are also given. So these are the fundamental basis of cell theory. All living organisms are composed of cells and their products. Each cell is made up of a small mass of protoplasm containing a nucleus in its inside and a plasma membrane. All cells are basically alike in their chemistry and physiology. Activities of an organism are the sum total of activities and interaction of its constituent cells. So these are the fundamental basis of the cell theory and fundamental features of the cell theory. Now we see the modern cell theory. The bodies of all living beings are made up of cells and their products. Cells are unit of structures in the body of living organism. Each cell is made up of a mass of protoplasm having a nucleus, organelles and a covering membrane. Cells are unit of functions in living organism. The activities of organism are the sum total of the activities of its cells, like that movement, catching, growth, reproduction, etc., like activities performed by the cells. A cell can be survive independently, its organelles cannot. Cell perform there and survive independently. But cell organelles means plastids, mitochondria, nucleus, lysosome, etc. cannot be survive independently. The cells belonging to diverse organisms and different regions of the same organism have fundamental similarities in their structures, chemistry, chemical compositions, and metabolisms. Life exists only in cells because all the activities of the life are performed by cells. Growth of an organism involves growth and multiplications of the cell. Multiplication means division and growth means enlargement. New cells arise from pre-existing cells through division. Basically, the cells are totipotent, that means a single can give rise to the whole organism unless and until they have become extremely specialized. No organism, organ, or tissue can have actively that is absent in its cells. So these are the modern cell theory and its points. Now see the basic properties of the cell. Cells are highly complex and organized. Cells possesses a genetic programs and the means to use it. Cells are capable to producing more of themselves. Cell acquire and utilize energy. Cells carry out a variety of chemical reactions. Cells engage in numerous mechanical activities and cells also able to respond to stimuli and cells are capable of self regulation. So these are the basic properties of cells, all activities performed by the cell. So we can say that it is a structural as well as the functional unit of life. So these are the general introduction of the cell and cell theory. Now we see the some significant points of the cell theory. Significance of the cell theory. Significance. Significance of cell theory. There is a structural similarities Structural similarities in cells belonging to diverse group of organisms. All the cells perform similar perform similar activities. Which type of activities? Metabolic activities. Life exists only in the form of cells. Then life possesses one generation to the next generation, to the next as cells. Then all living beings are descendant of a primitive cell that developed on earth as the first eukaryotes. And prior to that as the first prokaryotes. These are the significant of the cell. So there are so many different shape and size of the cell and various types of the cells. There is a wide variations in the size, shape and activities of the cell. Cell size and shape. The smallest cells are those of mycoplasma. They have a size of a smallest cell of mycoplasma about 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer. Bacteria measure as Bacteria measure as 3 to 5 micrometers in length. The smallest viruses has a volume of volume as 7.0 into 10 to the power minus 7 meter cube. So these are the various types of the and various size of the cell. Cells of multicellular organism organisms like human erythrocytes, RBCs, are about 7 micron in diameter, etc. So ostrich eggs are about 170 into 150 with a volume of 1.1 into 10 to the power 15 microns. Ostrich is 170 into 150 with a volume of 1.1 into 10 to the power 15. So these are the largest cells in the world, and the smallest cell is the mycoplasma. So there is their size of the cells, their shapes are of various in their various form. So we study in the next class